everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our morning stream. Oh, one of my jackets is trying to escape. Ah! How are you guys doing today? Took over 300 times doing normal scenarios, but I finally cleared daggers on remix. Congratulations. Not sure if I want to chase offhands and wands. All I got left. I mean, you got anything else to do? Because that's a real question. Sometimes that's what it comes down to for me. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to Shellfish. Looking good today. If I could make a very large waffle, could be a pizza. Maybe you could put cheese and tomatoes on it. I've had a waffle with tomato and cheese on it before. It was good. It had like goat cheese and it had like seared tomatoes and like a balsamic vinaigrette thing. It was good. Why are warriors bad salespeople? Because they charge too much. Want to try sheep cheese? What is your goat cheese? It might be goat cheese. Goat cheese is quite good. I have some we have some pecorino in our fridge right now, which I believe is a sheep cheese. It's a lot like Parmesan, but it's a little bit stronger. Oh, kitty cat, you want to come up? Okay, let's see here. You gotta figure out if you're coming up. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. I was looking at my priest-trove tally list. It's still pretty long. I still need loads of things specifically from normal Throne of Thunder. I'm gonna maybe do a couple dungeons to warm up my brain today, but my logic for a lot of these things is that the scenarios and the open world stuff is going to be faster to chase if I'm more powerful. So if any of these things are going to give me a lot of bronze, I should prioritize those first so that I can... Here, kitty, let me help you out. So that I can get the gear upgrades and then do things like the scenarios. Gouda is my favorite cheese. I live vicariously through others. Still wishing for the day Hazel tries Norwegian brown cheese. Think you'd like it. Got done everything I wanted before pre-patch. Nice. You're on the ball. I am not on the ball. I don't even know where the ball is if we're talking about in-game stuff, but that's all right. I have some dailies. Let's do the random scenarios, because those will give a greater cache. And I do think there is still, there's a few things I could use from them. So we'll start with some random stuff. I just put Shellfish into his blood troll log yesterday, and I'm quite pleased with it. I think that's gonna make this quite fun. Hi, Miss Kira. How you doing this morning, kitty cat? You sleep okay? We gotta stay cool today. It's gonna get a bit warm outside. We've got the windows, we had them open overnight, but they're shut now. I wonder if I should actually, hang on, let me see if I can turn off one of these lights. Which one's better? That. Yeah. There we go. Little mood lighting. Half the light power in the room. That might help a tiny bit. Even though I want them PBS, I refuse to torture myself. That is fair. There's no cause for that. Right? Right, guys? It's not that cool. You know, what's it gonna do? Take me from point A to point B? We got other mounts for that. Cozy mode activated. It was, I pulled on a hoodie to go walk with Moosey this morning, and I really didn't need to. It was already, like, hot in the sun. I remember this scenario. Let's interrupt. Can you people do more damage than me? Yeah, probably. Thought that was my cute pop. Sorry, that was me. That's me.
Stop casting.
I would like to say that there will be a Saturday news today. It is running late.
Stop casting.
It's not. I just need to finish and start editing it after stream, but it is recorded.
Interrupt.
Most Saturdays I get up early and I do it before stream, and this Saturday I did not get up early. Had a thunderstorm last night. Everything's cooled off now.
Stop casting.
You got 1,200 mounts with the justification it will get me from point A to B, but now is the time that doesn't work anymore.
Interrupt.
1,200? Yeah, you got a point. You got a little
Stop
bit of a point.
casting.
I wonder if it's actually going to be difficult for us to get through the end of this scenario. This is a heroic, I think. And I know that this one can be kind of dicey if you don't have the power for it. Surely I must. I'm like upgraded some. The last time I
Stop
tried this, I was
casting.
on like a fresh
Interrupt.
70. With like no threads at all. You know, he's got 25k threads. It's not nothing. It's not good, but it's not nothing. Greetings, happy Saturday.
Stop
Happy
casting.
Saturday.
Run
Wish I had a
out.
friend that played WoW that loved PvP. I could pay to grind them. I mean, that's a bannable offense. You can't be account sharing out here. That's no good. What if they played with you though?
Stop
You
casting.
gotta go in and push a few buttons. What if vicious mounts? What if I'm just playing the wrong class? What if I just need to find something? I need to survey the people to find the most brainless thing that I possibly can. That results in fast games. And then just zug it out. Confuse mountain pet numbers. Trove tally says
Stop
zone reward.
casting.
Quest reward cache. If it's a zone reward, it should be able to also drop randomly off a mob. But is my understanding. I have no confidence in any answers about any mob remix things anymore, though. I'm just doing my best to muddle through it on my own. At like a 80% rate of accuracy. Crazy how pushing buttons such a fun activity. Gaming boiled down to simplicity. I don't think I would like DPSing in PvP, because when you DPS in PvE, you do damage and then something dies. And from what I understand, sometimes in PvP you're gonna do damage, and then they don't die. And then you're like, well, what was the point of that? Why bother? Doesn't sound very fun. PvP healing, while stressful, and sometimes gets the tempers to run high, at least vaguely mimics the format of PvE healing. You've got people and you're trying to keep them alive. So like a little bit more important that you do, but it's, you know, you do what you can. Leveling an Evoker, my old realm at the moment, remix, because I heard they're fun to remix. How are we doing here? We're gonna have to actually fight the trash in the cave. Uh-oh.
Stop casting.
If the PvP games are fast, the 1 minute before a match gets unbearable super fast. They're doing a thing about that in the War Within. There's a lever that they're adding to the starting room where if everybody hits it, it skips the countdown to like 10 seconds or something like that. Which I thought was kind of cool. My rudimentary understanding of PvP DPS is all about cooldown management and baiting the enemies to use theirs. And it's tricky baiting people to use theirs without blowing all of yours, because what are you going to do? You're going to be like, use a defensive, you won't. You know, you can't. You can't just bully them out of it. You got to make them think that you're going. Part of it, I think, is just efficiency. If you have really good gameplay, you can sometimes pressure people enough to force cooldowns even without yours. And then sometimes it's about, I don't know. It's complicated. It's hard and vaguely unrewarding. Do remix characters get to play this X-Pack before the next one comes? Not especially, no. Remix ends like a couple of days before the War Within launches. So you're not going to really have any time to be doing Dragonflight things. We're going to have to actually get these buffs. Also, I have 1 minute and 30 left on Lifestorm.
Containment failure.
Did a smart thing.
Active
A
defense
separate window only
matrix
shows loot.
enabled.
That's handy. Alright.
Interrupt.
Because I don't have any interrupts. This is gonna take a little bit of doing. Remember when we like couldn't kill this encounter? It was a whole problem.
Interrupt.
Power units activated.
I haven't had to try this hardness scenario in a long time. This is why I want to gear up before I do the scenario grind. I was just kind of doing my random daily, but this is
Power units activated.
this is definitely more of a project. It's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Another 8 seconds I can life storm, that'll help. There we go. That did it. The slay damage. There we go. Neat. Okay, get out of there. Thread count's important. Mm-hmm. Well, luckily the dailies do give spools. I don't need to be like squidgy powerful, but I'd like to be able to like, I don't know, manage. Okay. Decent start to the day for bronze. And some stats. Lovely. Okay. Maybe a random normal scenario. And like a dungeon. Let's do a normal dungeon queue. Killing everything in one hit is fun for a bit, but actually having to work for it is also fun. I'm saving my having to work for it energy for the War Within. When I'm trying to figure out how to live my life in keys again. I can't believe that's in like 2 months. Less than 2 months. We'll be neck deep in brand new content. I'm gonna have to figure out how to Shadow Priest.
What is it?
I want to do it properly.
I
I
enjoy
just don't know what that
sweet
means. Do I have enough bronze? I must have. Slam an upgrader too.
For now.
So yeah, we're trying to get everything to 402-ish? Approximately.
Trust yourself.
It's like riding a bike, you'll be fine. Not healing? No, it's really unclear how much I'm gonna be needed to heal. I think we have some extras on our roster, and I healed all through Dragonflight, so it's kind of time for someone else to have a turn. I will certainly have a healing spec ready to go, but it might be advisable for it not to be my... What on earth is this scenario? I don't think I've seen this one. Might be a good idea for it to not be my main gig. If I want to be able to tag along and have fun and play. Kanar, thank you for the 23-month resub. Yeah, I do like it, and maybe I'll get like a good key healing spec set up, and I'll find some groups that are looking for it, and I'll put on some to run some keys. But it might also be really fun to play Shadow again. It's like riding a bike, but the bike changes every few years. Sometimes I worry that bikes have changed since the last time I was comfortable riding them if I ever got a bike again. In theory, I know how. In practice, it's a long way down if you fall off. Okay, it's not that far down. It's a long way down if you fall off and you were also on like a cliff or a bridge. I don't remember this scenario in the slightest. This is like brand new to me. I guess it's because I'm bored right now and I spent most of my time on Alliance. How many unfenced bridges do you have in Canada, man? Yeah, some of the scenarios are certainly faction specific. We just joined up with Nazgrim. Although I feel like they've... Well, I don't know, never mind. Just, it doesn't matter. I feel like it gets really like stuffy. The air gets like super stagnant in here while I'm streaming. But it's already warming up so much outside that I don't really know if I should open the window. Plus I feel bad streaming with an open window because I feel like all my neighbors are sick of me. Don't know if I've ever seen an unfenced bridge.
Nothing shall stand in our way.
Sweet humidity. I was talking with my partner this morning. Today is like one of those days that has like a certain temperature and then feels like hotter than that because of the humidity index. And we were debating whether or not, or not debating, discussing about whether the dog and the cat would also experience that same difference. Because my first instinct was, well, of course they would. But then my second thought was, if the reason that humid heat feels hotter is because it interferes with your body's ability to cool itself with perspiration, and dogs and cats don't perspire, they don't sweat, maybe it's all the same to them. Maybe they're just equally hot. Going into swamp mode soon. Get a fan in there if it's small or quiet enough. I have a purifier that can kind of move air around that I think I'm going to turn on. And I might be able, yeah, I probably should move. I have some fans that I could move in here. Just so that we're not dying while streaming. Nothing makes you sleepier than just feeling like you're not getting enough air. Don't know if they... Well, it's not necessarily that they need to understand it. It's just whether or not it would feel hotter or less hot to them. Because it just seems so instinctive to me that, of course, like, swampy heat feels awful. Also, owie. Have your partner fan you air from just off screen. Maybe feed you some grapes. Pull out the palm frond. Oh, there we go, we did it. I don't know what we did, but we did it. Hi, kitty cat. Only time I've seen my cat's pant was on a hot, dry day. Maybe it doesn't matter.
We keep the darkness at bay.
Kitty doesn't really... It has to get quite hot for her to look bothered. Moose seems to struggle more. I feel like he's just like an internal furnace anyways. He's just like a toasty little dude. Okay, he's not that little. He's like a toasty dude. And, thick, fluffy. I think he's got too much go. I think he moves too much. He does too much. Alright, well, somebody is smoking through this dungeon. I just need to put on my auto run and pick up my free loot. 3 bags of ice, throw him in the bathtub, let him play. Oh. He likes eating ice. You can give him ice cubes in cool weather and he'll just like lick them for ages. But he'll chase them around. And he has this uncanny habit of getting them into all the places you don't want melting ice to be. Like if there's any kind of like power bar or electrical outlet or anything that's just like not a good place for water, Moose will chase the ice cube to that place specifically. Hi, sweetie. He was drinking from the faucet again this morning because I was watering the plants. I figured I ought to do my best to help them survive when it's hot out. I was filling up my watering can in the bathtub and he was just happily drinking away from the faucet. Yeah, he's got Husky and Malamute in him. He certainly seems to get toasty. But he doesn't have any concept of, like... If he's at the park, he'll try to play in the shade, which is good. But if he's just out for a walk, he'll stop to sniff something in full direct hot sun. And then just be like, yeah, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna hang out here for a while. And the whole time you can, like, see his fur getting, like... sometimes I try to like stand between him and the sun so that I can provide him some mom-shaped shade. Because all he wants to do is just like hang out and loll around. What is the first breed that comes to your mind that Moose does not have in him? Corgi. Moose is 0% Corgi. He has like a couple of different friend dogs that are Corgis that are really funny playing with him because they're much smaller than him, but they're scrappy. And they're feisty, and they're kind of his age, so they're all, like... I don't want to call him crazy, but, you know. young dogs, they're nuts. And he has no corgi at all. Husky Shepherd mix pretty much the same way. I wonder if there's like a local group for people that have Shepskis, and I could just see them and meet their dogs and talk to them and be like, so is yours nuts? Mine does this thing. Does yours do the thing? Okay, let's turn on. I'm gonna move a fan in here because you're right. That's a good idea. Hang on. Okay, thank you for your patience. Hopefully that is not too noisy. It shouldn't really cool it down noticeably in here, but it might just kind of move the air around a little bit. One thing I really hope they don't bring back in the War Within, Rare's rotating thing. Yeah, I agree. I don't like that either. Does he have Chihuahua on him? Not that I recall, no. Let me see. Stick myself in like an LFR queue. I know I needed a bunch of Throne of Thunder raid finder. Now I'm curious again. I have the graphics somewhere from the DNA test we did. It's not guaranteed to be perfectly accurate, but it's as good of a guess as anything. This is DNA results. Yeah, there we go. That was my dog's breed breakdown. So these are what he has in him. He looks like a German Shepherd-ish. It will stir the hazel soup. Dog loves falling asleep on the vents when I got the AC on. Basset likes to lay in the sun when it's 90 Fahrenheit with 90% humidity. Some pity. Yeah. It's not too surprising because he's a shelter dog mix, and I think a lot of the mixes in rotation have a decent amount of have some pity in them. He's got some Roddy in him too. He's got a couple of Rottweiler friends, or Rottweiler mix friends. We don't have a garden hose. I'm in an apartment. There is no garden hose. I fill a watering can in the bathtub to carry it out to the balcony to water my plants. I wash my car with great difficulty. Someone brought their Samoyed to the pub and he's so floofy. I'm in love. I know. I was Googling some of the breeds that it's just like a tiny percent of to figure out what they looked like. Maremma sheepdogs are gorgeous. Keyshawn's are pretty big too. He's got a little bit of cattle dog in there, tiny bit of Samoyed, but yeah, he's mostly like a shepherd, husky, Malamute situation. Usually, if people ask what he is, I say just shepherd, husky, or shepherd, Malamute, etc., because that more or less encapsulates it. Let me see if I have a good picture of him from lately. If we're talking about donkeys, I gotta show my Moosey. What have I taken recently? Let me look at this one. This is a little video. Yeah, it should be fine. This is Moose watching Moose on the TV. What is that? And then, let me see. Where is he? There's a good one. That's my buddy. That's my buddy with some sleepy ears on. Sometimes they stick up more, and sometimes when he's tired, he folds them down. But I sent this to my mom, and she's like, "Oh man, you can sit on the couch and stand on the floor at the same time." That's my boo boo bear. That's my moosey bear. I love him. I miss him. Oh. He's the entire dog park. But one of our cats was a Russian blue. Turns out it might be a Korak because they're described as surprisingly heavy for their size. Floppy ears make him look less like a shepherd. They're really cute when he's walking because the kind of default state for them is sort of half up and then half flopped over, and he'll be walking along and they'll just be going bunk, 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 bunk. Mine looks like a German shepherd with husky black and white.
You seek answers?
He's a cutie pie. He's a cutie pie with no ability to mind his own business. If somebody ignores him, he'll totally walk by them. He's come to realize that if somebody's like avoiding looking at him, then he has no business with them and it's fine. But if somebody's like checking him out and like watching him, he'll be like, "Wait, you want to meet Moose?" And I'm like, "All right, here we go." So another 10k. Sinking the bronze in here. In theory, the first things I should upgrade every round if I want to do damage in raid is just the helmet for Lifestorm and then the belt for Searing Light. Everything else is kind of gravy. Happy Cataday. Hair looks great. Thank you. What are your earrings? I have dinosaurs on today. They're a little, there you go. There he is. Little, I think they're just plastic. They're quite light, which I like. Little green dinosaurs. These are the Tyrannosaurs, and then I also have some pink Brontosaur shapes too. Speaking of Moose, found the VOD that had the phone call. Posted August 5th, visiting Uncle Gul'dan, talking about puppies. I'm gonna write that down. It seems like an important note to have somewhere. Your in-game's been seriously upped. I feel a bit bad because I think as a woman of culture, I should probably be, I don't know, wearing something fancier than like dirt cheap, mass-produced, drop-shipped resin earrings from Amazon, but I wanted a variety, and I had $20, and I got a variety for $20. What are you gonna do? I'll do better. I'll do better if I'm ever randomly wealthy. What was I gonna do? August 5th. That's right. August 5th. Stream VOD. Check right now. Watching that back on stream seems fun. They make you happy. That's all that matters. There's an argument to be made that as an influencer of sorts, I have a responsibility to promote things that are ethical and sustainable and, you know, like local and small business. And I do love supporting all of those things. But, yeah, etc. Doing fine. Bonjour, brain cell holder. Bonjour. I do have some small market earrings, but they're much more expensive, and I don't have that many of them for that reason. I have more variety of these. Multitasking, wow, doing some farming on my hunters. Nice. The video no one wants to see lost. Let me see. Did it make it to YouTube is the question, because if it did, then it's like perma. Let me grab an extra browser window and figure this out for a sec. Too many Chrome tabs. Hello? Chrome? G-Hub. BattleNet. Struggling to use my computer today. Where is it? Oh, maybe we'll just do this one. Get an extra tab here. My bitrate doesn't look so good. Is that line always red? Is my stream okay? I guess it might be alright. YouTube's the reference. Okay. Do your own thing. Promote the most unethical products. Listen, we're gonna get into fitness supplements, but it's just like sand. Can you just learn how to use your PC properly? Apparently not. When I was young, I was the person people would ask to like help them troubleshoot their laptops and stuff, and I don't know why. Clearly it was a mistake. I've gone nothing but downhill. It's just sand and dirt. Fitness sand. Now you ask the young people to fix your laptop for you. Circle of life. Thanks, Day. Oh, that air's nice. Fan in here's good. I hope it's not too loud. I'll have to run the sound back later. What kind of mogs are we looking for in here? Throne of Thunder Lafar. There's 3, 6, 7, 8 appearances that I could get from here. Decent chunk. Can't hear it? Excellent. I know years ago I used to have a window AC unit that was right next to my desk, and in the hot summer in Oregon, it was like necessary to run it, but it was so loud. That was back when I streamed in the afternoons from like 3 to 5 though. Sucks when it gets so hot that the fan turns the room into a convection oven. You're just air frying yourself. I don't remember if that was during the YouTube stream era. I might have been on Twitch. It was a couple apartments ago. I'm really hoping that my next place has a heat pump. It's like one of the biggest things that I look for when I'm browsing places. It would take a really special place, I think, to get me to buy one without one, because even some older places sometimes come with them already. You just gotta kind of be patient and keep looking. Any luck? No? Okay. It was on Twitch. You have been here a while. Sometimes I miss the YouTube stream era, but not enough to actually go back and set up camp there. I would if I needed to for any specific reason. Like if for some reason Twitch just like imploded, I would be very comfy to just go back and stream on YouTube instead, but I don't think I would do it short of any real benefit. Baking streams on YouTube. Those were such a mess to run. I think I'm doing a Hazel anniversary soon. 4 years? Time is surreal. Enjoyed the baking. I don't even really bake for fun anymore. I for a while I did, and I was all hyped on, man, it's really fun to do when I'm not trying to run a stream at the same time. But in the last couple of years, I had a few rounds of like I would make some stuff and then I just wouldn't eat it, and then I would make some stuff and I would give a few things away, and I think I've just phased out of that hobby, which is all right. You can pick things up and you can put them down again. I have lots of things I do for fun, but I don't think baking's gonna be one of them for the time being. Was the lemon pie the last one? That turned out great. I don't know what the final one was. Must have been something. There must be some last baking stream. If it gets hot enough, we get a Hazel baking stream anyway. When was my first stream? The record of it would be like lost to time. I know I very briefly tried to stream in like 2014-ish. It was the last time I was in Canada before I moved to the States. I tried to stream because I had set up a Twitch channel, but I hadn't started doing anything with it. I was just messing with it. And I tried to run a stream to nobody because I didn't have a fan base at that time. And it just didn't work. I had some Shaw internet that was not about to run a live stream of any description. My first stream was in 1910. I am a time traveler. People's hobbies change over time. I finished watching Physical 100 and now I'm sad because I don't have any more of it to see. I have to wait for them to make more of it. I tried watching American Ninja Warrior and it did not have the same energy. What is this show? It is reality athletic competition show that is on Netflix that showcases various Korean athletes competing against each other in some fairly creative and cruel athletic challenges. I got a big kick out of it. I was pretty obsessed. Where is the show? Oh, it was on Netflix. It was hosted in Korea. Did you ever start skipping anything? No, I watched the whole thing front to back. And then I made the mistake of like reading more about the show and learning more about some of the controversies and scandals and whatnot, which I wouldn't say ruined it, but I think maybe next season I might not look up anything and I might just take it all at face value. Interesting. Been sub for longer than I followed. Did that for port protection? Never again. I haven't seen the most recent seasons. I know they filmed more after like the big thing that happened, but I'm a little too. I don't know if I'm ready to watch it because I really like the first couple seasons. Nobody hosts the show. It's hosted by like a spooky off-screen voice. One show that holds up super well is Iron Chef Japan. I've never gotten into watching cooking competitions. My partner really likes them. And I don't know why, but the only one that I ever watched that I really got a kick out of was Easy Bake Battle by Anthony from Queer Eye, because it was about home cooks making stuff in the laziest way possible, and that really resonated with me. Oh yeah, Great British Bake Off too. That's also, I guess it's kind of a cooking competition. More of a baking thing, but yeah, you've got a good point. Is it a case of if you get enough people, some of them turn out to be jerks? As part of it, I'm sure. If you get 100 people, there's going to be a few of them that do not do service to your brand. GBBO is my happy place. I haven't watched it in a long time. Am I in queue for anything? I need to attend to the cat box real quick. Let's sit in queue for that and take 1 sec. Sorry. Okay. Prue is one of my spirit animals. Prue reminds me of every like kindergarten grade school teacher that wore chunky jewelry that I ever had. What to do with ability gems? Bank them. You can get extra bags for your bank near the bankers in Vale. But I just shoved all of them into the bank. Prue reminds me of Charmed. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is staying cool in this heat wave. Doing okay so far. Oh, I gotta get out later, and it's gonna be a little toasty. If I'm smart, I would just take the bus, but we'll see. A show with the 3 witch sisters from the 90s. I'm vaguely familiar with the concept, but I've never actually watched it. If I'm being honest. I don't really need these bones of Manoroth, huh? Hazel, are you watching the TGP? No, I don't think so. I might watch the Olympics. I was looking up how to I've got kind of excited about the Olympics. Which is something that I normally like maybe dip into and out of, but I think I might make a greater effort to put it on this year. The Great Push starts today. Yeah, no. Not for me. The main WoW sports that I used to watch was the AWC years ago, but I've been missing it recently. I haven't made a point to. Who are you guys rooting for? Other than Race to World First, don't watch any WoW events. even though I love Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus is one of those things that for whatever reason I don't find watching it very enthralling. I like to play it. And even then it's kind of like, I don't know. Part of the enjoyment of playing it is just being able to socialize with my friends in Discord. I don't really love doing no voice keys. I would much rather, even if I'm not in the key, I just like hanging out in the channel while people are doing keys and maybe putting on like a stream of theirs to see what they're doing. It's if I don't know anybody in it, then I'm not necessarily watching. Oh, I don't know what I failed to loot, but whatever I failed to loot, I got an appearance from it. We got a blue skull candle. Race to World First is opposite. Dislike doing it. Love watching it. Yep. I don't watch Race to World First in like long sessions, but I like having it on somewhere and then just like walking by the screen and going, that looks hard. And then like going back to bed. Love how Discord makes it so easy to stream to friends. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that too. If I take a month off, might be interested in coming back to Pug Keystone Masters of Tank next season. Keep hoping for a Mythic Plus Deadmines. Hop in key watching boring, all the same specs. Oh, I have a quest I can turn in. I can also probably sit in a few more of these. I was going to look for a normal Throne of Thunder, actually, I think is what I was going to do, because there's plenty of loot I could get from it. Those are tradable things, so they're a tiny bit easier, plus it's going to give me loads of lovely bronze that we can use to help get our gear propped up a little bit here. Some Versa, doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt.
What do you want? Go now.
Enjoy the echo races. A normal Throne of Thunder. Chair of light rumbling. Still need a shield from there. I will start to head in that general direction. Oh. Can I do it? Oh no, I can't even get in there. Never mind. I like killing Rose when I get a chance, but I don't have Blink Spect. And that's the only way I knew of to actually get past these rocks. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. You can tag him through the wall? Oh, okay. Also, oh, I did tag him through the wall. Alright, follow-up question. Can I kill him before this queue runs out? That I forgot I was in. I can. Any loot? Where's my loot? I'm revered with the Golden Lotus. No loot! What? Cheated. That rare has no loot. Well, what's the point of that? I'm here exclusively for loot. Can I just, like... thrill of knowing you could do it? I guess so. I was wondering if I could Guardian Spirit myself and just sink healing into myself. Overhealing to proc Searing Light. I guess it's just 10% of your healing totals. Exclusively. There used to be a quest to clear the rocks. I see. Okay. Should be a pretty quick LFR wing. Did I get anything from the first time I came through here? No. I do want to prioritize the raid loot, because if I'm not going to finish this list, I know the raid stuff looks a lot cooler. Well, there are some kind of neat things from before. Alright, but after I get most of the priest stuff, then I'm done. That would be enough remix weapons for me. So I'm gonna have, for my 4 characters that I want to play in War Within, I'm gonna have my Priest, Inksy, Holy, and then I'll also set her up for Shadow. She can do both. I'll have 2 gear sets, it'll be awful. I'm gonna have a Hunter. I'm gonna have to pick one of my Hunters. It might be Squidgy. I have a lot of Hunters to choose from, but I'm gonna pick one Hunter, and I'm gonna set that up for like fun alt DPS runs. And then I'm gonna pick a tank. I don't know which one yet, but I'm gonna look at my tanks and pick one to try to do at least, I don't know, 5 keys or whatever the keys that I need to do. Maybe just Mythic Zeros for the achievement. And just to see what it's like. And then maybe I'll pick the tank later on in the War Within so I can like get a feel for what the easiest, what the simplest and most straightforward basic bare bones tank is. Barney the Bear. And then for my 4th character, I guess it's a PvP character. I could also PvP on the Hunter. I could set the Hunter up with some gear and, I don't know, blast through some no voice, no plan, no hope 3s. There is an achievement to do all the dungeons on each roll. I don't remember the exact details, but I know there's a reason to do that. And then I guess the 4th one would be my Restored Root if I'm not willing to let it go. Bear didn't click with me as a tank. I liked it well enough. I don't know. I like the fantasy of playing like a prot paladin or a prot warrior, of having like a sword and a shield and like some self heals, especially on the prot paladin. Prot paladin was one of my favorite tanks because it feels like a very, I don't know, traditional model of tanking to me. But it usually depends on how fussy or otherwise it turns out to be to actually play. Plus, Prot Pally has some incredible transmogs. But I've never really been a paladin. Prot Pally feels like it's going to be my Delve champion character. Monk's always lurking in the background. Oh, kitty. She's headbutting my desk, but it sounds like it hurts. Want to do more Prot Pally? Think it's going to be my E main. But I definitely want to pick a set of 4 to be characters that I have. I mean, 4 is still too many for me to really play. I guess it depends on what the goals are. But it'd be kind of cool if those 4 characters like covered the professions that I wanted to do. So not all professions, but the ones that I was interested in. Prot Paladin's my favorite tank. Utility, you can help the group
4,
with blessings
3,
and heals, Word of Glories.
1.
Beware.
Cloth, mail, leather. Oh yeah, if I pick a plate tank, I would have one of each armor type. I don't think I would need it for any reason, but it would be kind of neat just for the sake of transmog, being able to use all my transmogs. I got a new weapon from that. Nice. Okay, I think that's the end of that wing. Still don't understand how Eridar could be paladins. Oh, this is still up. I can kill them pretty easily with Lifestorm, but outside of Lifestorm I'm in trouble. It's getting a little better. Oh, that one's dead. That's nice. So if I was gonna pick a plate, it could be Scary the Blood DK. It could be Anthus the Prot Paladin. Or I could go for something. I could pick one of my warriors and make them prot. We have a A bevy of warriors, a variety. Want a new plate class? I wonder if we'll get a new class in Midnight, or if they're just kind of set for classes for now.
Show them. Yes, master. I will fight.
What about Barnacles?
He fought with honor. His
Barnacles
first
would
and
overlap
last mistake.
if I decided to play my Night Elf Druid for PvP. Not that he would overlap in any way that actually matters, but just if I wanted the clean feeling of having my 4 characters be of different classes and armor types, having 2 druids kind of stomps on that. And I mean, yeah, I could gear Barnacles up for Resto Druid PvP and play him that way, but I have to be a Night Elf. I just have to be. That man looks like a tank. Oh yeah, I have Crinkle, that's right. Gnomes for everything but druids. Wonder how long each expansion's gonna be. I think they'll just be a little shy of 2 years.
More kindling for the flame.
I think like 20,
Come
22
again,
months.
Let us burn them to ash.
If I must.
Beware.
And see the light.
What kind of class could they make that wears plate and uses like bows and guns? Boss melted. I bet you there's some. Yeah, there's a very geared demon hunter in here. They're basically just soloing the whole thing.
You have earned my ire. I will make an example of you, such that all who look upon my might will tremble and submit.
Yeah, like a cannoneer gunner might be kind of cool.
I am Lei Shen.
I don't know why I don't like the idea of Tinker. Maybe just because it's been around so long. Just the name sounds fiddly.
Who would challenge me in my own sanctum?
Would adore Bard.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know why I feel like Bard wouldn't fit into Warcraft as well.
4,
Maybe I just don't have the imagination for it.
2,
Make a
1.
pirate class. They've already put pirate onto rogue. Outlaw rogues are
4,
basically pirate
3,
rogues.
2, 1.
Archer side buff for the self, potentially others like on.
I sought only to finish.
What there? I got a weapon, but I don't know if it was a new one or if it was something that I had already. Well, new Bard is a heavy metal rock style. It's a Tauren chieftain groupie. I'd take it. Alright, I was heading this way. Wonder if I can get in on a Nala kill. I guess I'm kind of beyond the point of waiting for world bosses. It's great for threads, but... yeah. I'm sure that we will get more WoW classes before the end, if there ever is an end. But I think they would be quite conservative with adding them.
Run away.
I think it's much easier for them to tack on races than classes. Let my night elf multi-class. Curious if they're planning to incorporate any remix things into the game. No trash or gray items to sell. I don't know. I don't really mind vendor trash. It's managed easily enough usually. What I don't like is like white items that have extremely obscure uses where you're like, well, I think this is garbage. I don't think I need this, but it looks like it's for something and I don't know what it's for, but maybe I should stash it in my bank anyways. That's the stuff that gets me down. When WoW came out, it was revolutionary to have mobs drop appropriate sounding vendor materials instead of gold. Yeah, I don't know. I think gray items kind of add a fun bit of flavor. They don't usually, because they're so easy to auto vendor with add-ons, or even in the default UI, you now have like a vendor trash button. It doesn't seem like that big of a fuss. Yeah, a single currency for everything is nice. Dragonflight suffered from a lot of like weird specific dropped materials that were mainly for vendors, but sometimes for crafting that were kind of annoying to keep track of whether or not you needed them. Also, do I not have any yak fur? I don't have any yak fur. How did that happen? Remember all the currencies from Shadowlands? It was a wild time. Bunch of items that drop at max level with random uses, like the rep turn-ins. The rep turn-ins were pretty icky. I wouldn't mind them if they were like right-click to gain rep, but having to like go back to turn them in at the hubs was just annoying because they would just keep dropping even if you didn't need them anymore. And then, you know, sometimes they would be away and sometimes they weren't, and it was just... Ugh. Bags are chaos. Yeah. I just started deleting them. I just started taking the hit and being like, well, I'm just going to pretend that this never dropped for me and make it go away. Oh, an Alexa. Can I make it? Probably not. I don't have any sprints. I don't have any sprints. I'm so slow. Oh. Rip. My hunter could have made it. My hunter could have gotten there for sure. Needs better sneakers. He's trotting along at a good rate animation wise, but he's not doing the squidgy thing yet where he's like automatically in his sprint animation. Is this actually? It is up. Okay. Scroll through all the Warcraft units. Warcraft 3 units, and most appear in the game in some capacity now. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. My sleeve's like tickling your ear. Gotta get him some wheelies. Flying sheep on fire. A lesson from Sonic the Hedgehog. I wonder if Squid... Well, he's never gonna feel like he goes as fast as Squidgy, but he can certainly go faster than this. Nice, get a little chunk of main stat. Okay, let's clean up our bags a smidge. Don't scrap that. And then we'll see if we can get into a normal Throne of Thunder. There's a bunch of appearances we could maybe get out of there. Clean up our list a bit. Either one. That one's already got some bosses down. The chicken backpack looks nice on Tord because it gets so big you can see it. Plus they stand up a little straighter. When I first mogged it on Shellfish, he bends over so much it looks like the chicken's gonna fall out on his head. Can run inside and help summon. I'm here already. I'm so prepared. Where is his fishy? I got Blub recently from the trading post. And I must have him out with me. We simply must. That's such a good pet. It's such a good pet! I was worried the bubble would make it too hard to see, but it shows up really nicely, and he's pretty big just on his own. I don't even have any pet biscuits, but I'm sure they would make him enormous. It's adorable. That fish has seen some things. Aw. You can't see it, but I've got a kitty cat on my lap. It's not a bad way to spend a Saturday morning. Oh. Everybody here, more or less?
The Thunder King, give me power.
Alright. Best of luck, everybody.
Show you.
Happy mog hunting. Want to see an enormous blood? Never blinks. Now, I'm wondering whether fish blink, which I feel like is something I should know. I'm not qualified to answer many questions, but I should know that one, and I don't think I do. Just go watch the fish in my living room and be like, hey, do you guys blink? Staring contest.
I must break you.
Most fish don't, as they lack eyelids.
Bit.
Oh, I think I'm getting confused because, like, cats have extras. They have eyelids to spare. I had to Google it because I was curious. I guess you wouldn't need to make your eye moist if you lived in the sea. You know? if that was a purpose of an eyelid. So fish can't not look at something. It's a little bit Clockwork Orange. Like, if a fish was afraid, it would have to turn around and swim the other way. It can't just close its eyes and... Yeah. That makes sense though, because frogs and alligators do leave water sometimes. Most of them anyway. Internal eyelid. Yeah. I'm just imagining a little fish witnessing like a fish horror. Its friends in the net. It's just like, I can't not look. Ah! Keeping an eye on the chat log for Anybody getting any Mogs I can stock? I don't think there's that many people that are eligible for Mogs that I would be looking for. There's a rogue that could get daggers. There's a druid that could maybe get caster things if they were spec for it. But I think for the most part I'm on my own here. Some fish don't even have eyes. This is the type of conversation I live for. I saw, back when I used to browse aquariums more frequently, some people would put together like kind of haunted themed aquariums that would have like the eyeless, sort of spooky looking cave fish with like shipwreck themed decor. I forget what they're called. They're like, there's like blind fish, but they don't have eyes at all. They're quite spooky looking. Fish are all knowing since they must see everything, always.
Now witness the true might of the beast war. The color the Chuka Horadon. Kalamaste.
How many items were you looking for here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. It's fascinating are the deep sea fish and organisms. Evolution gone haywire. I think it's nuts that there's probably a bunch of things that live really deep in the sea that we have never ever seen and have no idea about. Oh. Blind cave fish, yeah.
Let me share this gift with ya.
Yes. All right, we're up a staff, which is awesome. It's a really cool staff too. I can see myself using that on my Shadow Priest.
The Zandalari will be reborn.
No light, massive pressure, limited nutrients. I think it's funny that as things live in less and less light, they become less like aesthetically pleasing to us. Not always. There are some really cute things that live real deep down in the muck, but for the most part, it's like, do some things just look cute so that we leave them alone because we're likely to come across them?
Let us prove to you
Does
the
sound
might
hard.
of the Zandalari. We will crush these intruders where they stand. We will never fail you.
I used to like snorkeling when I was a kid. That's something that I haven't been doing again. It would be fun, but I don't know, it's cold. I haven't really been properly swimming in lakes. I've been like for a dip when it's really warm, but I haven't actually gone like swimming. I guess once you're in there and you're going, your body temperature picks up a bit just because you're working hard.
The Zandalari cannot be stopped. These fools thought they beat me once before. They only make me stronger. Now we show them.
Swam yesterday was
true
really cold.
power
Am
of
considering
the
a wetsuit.
Zandal. Witness the power of the Spirit Binder.
Swimming with flippers is just really fun. I had like a really cheap pair of stiff plastic ones when I was a kid, and they used to like cut your feet, but you were so fast.
Out the way!
That is cheating.
I return to the Thunder King. Promised.
No luck there. Yeah, it's so freaky. I still need 6 Mogs, even though I definitely needed that one that I got. I don't know. Weird. It's fun to see the fishies when you're snorkeling. There's some pretty big ones down there. Big bass. Yeah, I was noticing some stream. It looks okay now, but I had some concerning colors on my Twitch dashboard. It might be a bit spotty today. Here's a good thing. You can legally spear fish, combine scuba and fishing good times. Maybe? I think I would feel a bit, I don't know. I don't know if that's my idea of a good time. I like hook and line fishing. I don't know why. It's just fun. Plus, most fish that you catch with that, we're trying to eat something smaller anyway, so if I start to feel real guilty about it, I can tell myself I'm just looking out for the smaller fish in the lake. Giving a few more of them a chance to grow up. Don't want to become Hazel the Impaler. I don't know. Chaos Buddhas, thank you for the 9-month reset. Too bad that won't fit into a WoW character name. There's got to be a really good fishmonger mog out there. You set yourself up in like a work shirt. You get your big Stinkrot Smasher, your floppy fish mace, maybe like a cleaver offhand if such a thing existed. The farmer more. I want more work shirts. I like the flannels and I like the work shirts we have, but I want even more. We've got a couple of good pairs of like normal pants that you can mod, but I like the variety. Fishmonger mog must wield the floppy fish. Mm-hmm. More flannel, better the world becomes.
Beware.
I have flannel shirts that lately I've been using exclusively. I don't ever wear them normally. I like exclusively tie them around my waist. Because, you know, pulls your outfit together. Especially if you're like, it's like a tiny bit of extra modesty if you're like a little nervous about how short your shorts are. And then if you get really cold, you can put it on like a normal shirt, but for the most part they're just fancy waist scarves.
Beware.
But I feel cute, and that's the important thing. Wear leggings looking pants? Super plain? Extra emergency layer is key. All outfits must be deconstructible to reconfigure like a transformer into different outfits. Waist scarves approved. I got my dumbbells out and I did like maybe 10 weighted squats yesterday, and then I was like, wait, why do my legs hurt? What do you mean? These were the baby dumbbells. They were teeny. They were so small. I thought my legs were strong. They are, but they're capable of hurting me. Alright. Oh, promising, promising. Yeah, that was one of the things I needed. And then somebody got a key break. Mind me. My best bet's probably just to run. Or to die. Durance muscle fibers are different from the ones that do lifting. Oh, thanks. Irchi with a 29-month resub. Thank you very much. Notice me, senpai. Stay tuned for the news video later today. You made it. You're on the list. You were actually the only question that made it this week. No, you would need to do normal raids and not LFR. Okay. To get the experience bonus. Aw. I get inordinately happy whenever somebody actually doesn't need a mog. Alright, I'm coming. Here come the gastropods. What is your success rate in asking for mogs? I would say like a 20% success rate, probably 1 in 5. Maybe a little higher than that. Certainly not the majority of the time, but enough to make it worth checking in. Especially like I try to be polite. Like I don't say, "Hey, can I have it?" I ask if they happen to need it, because it's totally fine if they do. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm mugging them for their mog. Get sailed. Mog farming has turned into mog begging. Yay! Can't do that right now. Stuck in combat. Mocking them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I try to be polite. I never whisper twice, so if somebody ignores me, I just assume they saw it and they don't want anything to do with it, and that's fine. And then also, if I have extras and dupes and stuff, I by all means give them away as well. Mailbox leveling attempt 50-50. Get impatient, end up like lower to mid-60s. Oh man. I missed once, but I was lucky that it was only by like a couple %. I was able to explore the rest of the way. Getting conditioned to that trope telling blurb sound. Shirt sparked curiosity. Do you have a favorite fish? Do I have a favorite fish? I mean, like, there's fish that I like to eat. There's fish that I like to fish for. And there's fish that I like to keep as pets, and there's fish that I just think look really cool. I love salmon. I think salmon are so impressive. They work so hard at the end of their lives to fulfill their salmon purpose. They're so delicious. They're so big and strong. I've never caught one. I've caught trout, which are their closest freshwater puny relatives. Thoughts on sturgeon. I think they're cool, but I've never seen one. I leave them alone. There's theoretically a sturgeon that lives in Thetis Lake, like a green sturgeon that's like the Thetis Lake monster, but I've never ever seen hide or hair of it. My whisper is not quite that apologetic, but it's not. It's you've got the energy. Smoked sturgeon. But yeah, salmon work harder than I've ever worked at anything in my life. And it's at the very end where they die as soon as they're done. Nothing tastes as good as a nice fresh coelacanth. Would you kindly? What else though? I don't know. I want to catch a ling, but I'm afraid to catch a ling. I keep trying. I saw one. It followed my bait in, and it was huge. And if I ever get one, it's gonna be so scary. Motivational posters with salmon quotes. Current state of the D4 landscape. Post stat changes. Gives you microphone. If we're talking about Diablo, I have never played Diablo 4. I have no idea. What else could D4 mean? I was gonna say dice with only 4 sides, but it would have to be 6 sides with 2 blank ones. Let's keep swimming. It is Diablo. I don't know why I'm always using my life storm at the very end here. Oh, I got a dagger. Did I need it? For item ID, yeah. They make triangular dice that are D4. 1, 2, 3. Pyramid-looking ones.
Stop them! The animus
For some reason, I thought that they had to be cubes. I don't know why I would have thought that.
The power
I've seen those
cannot
before.
be wielded this way. You tempt forces you do not understand.
I do have an add-ons
Fool
list.
yourselves. It is unleashed.
This is Trove Tally. It's the main one. There are D2s, they're coins, but still. Good day, Miss Hazel. Good day to you. I hope you're having a lovely weekend so far. What if I got into D&D just because I want to collect the cool dice? I think that is completely and totally fine. Oh, I got an extra cake breaker. I'm queen of getting into something because I like the outfits first. Or the equipment, or I just think some part of it looks cool and I'm like, well, what is the rest of this thing like? People love their dice, yeah. Hi, kitty cat.
Focus, Wishay. Show your enemy the meaning of pain. Yes, master. I will fight with my life. All brawn, no brains. A recoverable loss.
One item from normal Siege of Orgrimmar. I'm gonna have to do it too. I love that. I think it's so pretty. Remember when I was getting into stuff because of the outfit? Hey, no judgment here. Hey. I think it doesn't matter how silly that if something gets you to try something new and have some new experiences and learn something new, I don't think it matters how silly the thing that got you into it was.
Useless.
I don't know if I believe in doing hobbies for the right or the wrong reason. You know, you're doing a hobby because it's a hobby. It's for fun. That's the point. Like an exercise class. Yeah. Listen, some of us just want a good excuse to wear some Lululemon. Yeah, these things should no longer be obtainable at the end of Remix. What is that? A mace. That is perfectly fine. People taking hobbies too seriously baffles me. They talk about the hustle. Yeah. I mean, whatever works for you. Thank you so much.
More kindling for the flame. Come, Lulin. Let us
These
burn
people are
them to
so
ash.
nice.
If I must.
Beware.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm getting so lucky. Holding out for the weapon arsenal. The Blizzard's gonna drop on the final day of Remix. Most people are
can
nice in my
see
experience.
The light.
Good point. I've been lucky to meet a lot of very nice people in my life. Oh. They're still using 346s. They might actually need it for, I guess I can ask.
You have earned
You remember them? No. Remember the one jerk that was horrible.
such that all who look upon my might will tremble.
I remember I was like really early in Remix. I did a Throne of... No, it was a Mogushon Vaults. It was like a normal Mogushon Vaults. And someone flamed me for dying to a frontal slam on the boss that's up on the balcony with like the 3 guys. And I was so embarrassed. I was not a happy Hazel. Stupid braids. Mm.
You have made a grave mistake.
Oh, we're almost done this raid. It's almost over.
4, 3,
How to Change Your Mind by Paul.
3.
Got my copy to public library, so. Is it a controversial topic? I guess maybe. I haven't read that particular one. I read, I think, The Brain That Changes Itself. I forget the author. But it's cool research.
4,
These two went flying.
2, 1.
Oh, I see.
4, 3, 2, 1.
If you told me you still remember the name of the person in Wrath that flamed you in that raid, I would believe you. No, I didn't take names. I don't have a Blackburn book. Even if I remembered, I don't know if holding on to that would be very healthy for me. Besides, they had a good point. I didn't really have any business being in that raid.
1.
Everybody has to learn somehow, but it's tough trying to learn while pugs are like waiting on you to get your life together. Name the book you just mentioned. I'm gonna Google it just to make sure I get it exactly right here. The Brain That Changes Itself by
2,
Norman
1.
Doidge. That's the one. There was a HazelCon. Would you serve poutine or what is your go-to junk food? I'm not a big poutine person because a lot of it's not vegetarian. And I'm a pescatarian personally. Go-to junk food. I like a good veggie burger sometimes. Toads thought it was a roadside picnic.
I sought only to finish the work.
Yeah, I don't know about fish poutine. I got a real good recipe for a smoked salmon chowder that's like to die for. Oh, I got a mace I needed. Yeah, it's the gravy and poutine that's typically not vegetarian. You can get it made with mushrooms. There are vegetarian versions, but the default one is not. Veggie poutine spot in Esquimalt you should check out someday. Got my shield on that run. I was the troll warrior. Congratulations. Made it like a bandit. I know, right? That was awesome. Because, yeah, I needed 6 things and now I'm down to 3. I got half of the remaining loot I needed from throwing out of that. And we got another 20k bronze to smash. It was the lead. Nice. Just need another raid and they're done. Depends. Sometimes you can get really unlucky and be chasing your last piece for like ages. Yeah, soggy fries is kind of the the foundation of poutine. 3 characters at 70 through Remix. Nice. Got my last transmog from Jade Forest. Congratulations. Shellfish is getting his gear caught up in fairly reasonable order. It's coming along. Plus he's got 31k threads.
Tell no lie.
Is he ready to upgrade this yet? No. Needs to do his chest and legs. I swear chest pieces are the hardest. It's the... I guess it could just be bad luck, but that's the piece that's been sticking me on both of my characters. And we'll do his weapon again.
Don't believe the lie.
Do Canadians actually eat poutine, or is it like the tourist food? It probably... I mean, you can get it. It depends on... I'm sure it's more popular in some places. From my experience, poutine is something that you get from a food truck in the middle of the night after you've been out drinking. It's that kind of a niche. Friends that will be arriving to visit and stay with me later this afternoon from Calgary, they are very excited to try real poutine. Or visit to Costco, eat the hell out of it in Quebec. I think it's a little bit less prominent here. It's certainly available, but it's not as much of a thing. Moved to Montreal, had at least once a week with my friends. Less of a thing in BC. What would be the major thing in BC? The thing I love about food in Victoria is there's so much good vegetarian food. It's not just like a lot of places where there's the menu and there's like, here is your salad, or here is your garden burger with one of these mass-produced, hideous garden burger patties. A lot of places do really cool, inventive, delicious things that, and they let you kind of mix and match and make your own stuff. Roland Abyss, thank you for the 20-month resub. Hope you're having a great day. I finally have everything collected from Remix. You didn't. Such a good feeling. That's crazy. Major thing in BC. Food-wise, I was thinking of. High cost of living is true. It is true. A lot of people here are getting out and making for Alberta because they think they can pay rent there. Tim Hortons, Red A&W. It's in the US too, but much more common in Canada. Montreal has an amazing food scene, especially for vegetarian and vegan options. You guys are making me kind of hungry. Do I have it in me to do Siege for one weapon transmog? It's like on one hand it would be great bronze, but on the other hand it's literally one weapon transmog. I've got a lot of LFR things I need still. Let's do a world boss or two maybe. What is for lunch? Something vaguely light, I think, because I need to make sure I don't fall asleep in the afternoon. I've been taking long afternoon naps recently. My body's just been kind of going through it, and I've been sleeping a lot, but I need to stay up long enough to get the news video finished. Baklava, didn't try it yet. Mom said it sucks. Is that like a sweet pastry dessert, or am I confused? Because I think if it is, then I've tried it before. I do like me some pastry. Burrito you got sounded amazing the other day. Yeah, that place is good. It took me a while to find a burrito place that I liked. If I moved into a place and the walls were painted like hideous colors, I could paint them. But there's every chance that I would just move in and be like, I'll do it later, and then live with the hideous colors for like 5 years. And then maybe do it? Imagine me with just like the most hideous neon office you could imagine. Yeah, off made with pistachio nuts? Sugar syrup based dessert with some pastry in it. Yeah, I think I've had that before. Oh, hi sweetie. Cuddly cat. Grow to love them, maybe. And then I would finally like repaint it to something neutral and they'd be like, Hazel, how could you? It had character. It had personality. I would put up like some foam and then some cedar paneling over it to kind of do like a double duty minor soundproofing plus just I love cedar paneling. See the new gold sink? 3 million gold mount that engineers can craft. I saw the headline. Wowhead said they had an alternate way to get this stuff, which made me think that gold sinking wasn't the only method to get it. Get a burrito bowl now that we've been talking about food. I've got some pinto bean soaking that I'm going to cook today so that I can make burrito bowls for dinner. Anyone in chat ever had a garbage plate? I've never heard of it. It doesn't sound good. The magic must not be in the marketing. Engineers can scrap parts, apparently rarely get the parts for the mount. Oh. Interesting. House built in the 50s. Kitchen has these green countertops that have really grown on us. I want to kill Shaw of Anger. One Shaw of Anger, please. People don't even put up waiting groups anymore. I guess you don't need to. A lot of people can solo these bosses, so it's not imperative that you even get into a group in the first place. Okay, well now I have to Google this, because now I want to know what it is. Find my Chrome tab again. I lost it. I lost it. What is a garbage plate? An American dish? Oh dear. An American dish, this is according to Wikipedia, consisting of hot dog or hamburger meat, hot meat sauce, there's a sentence, and other condiments piled atop a variety of side dishes, typically including macaroni salad and home fries, served with a side of buttered bread. Trademark of the restaurant Nick Tahoo Hots in Rochester, New York. Signature dish of Rochester, now served by numerous restaurants under modified names such as Rochester Plate, Trash Plate, or simply Plate. Copycat dishes. Junkyard plates. Huh. Why did they call it a garbage plate? Huh. Oh, we've got a pyrotechnics. Shaw time soon. It's a lot of stuff, Wikipedia. It looks pretty.
Yes! Bring your rage to
Potatoes,
bear.
root veggies,
Try to
meat on hand, throw in a pan, serve with a fried egg. Nice little 500 intellect. Can't be too mad at that. More like Shaw of minor annoyance. Any goals left in normal Dragonflight? I don't think so. I'm not getting the vicious mount. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. I'm done. I think that's why I'm spending so much time doing this, is because there's nothing left for me that I feel like I need to finish. I guess I kind of sort of want to finish the Azerothian Archives title, but that's just because I'm like dummy close. I think I could maybe finish. Oh, you know what? No, I need to find more rocks. It's always Subnautica. Your priest would look so good on the vicious mount, though. Which mount is it again? It's the Dream Talon. It's the vicious war. The vicious Dream Talon. This is the horde coloring of it. Doing a few keys here and there. They're fun. Breeze Spider's holding me hostage still. I've accepted that Breeze Spider is fully a later me problem, along with Soundless. I should actually take a look at that'd be kind of a fun thing to look at. Which Dragonflight mounts am I still missing? Because I know I didn't get them all. Imagine the cloud. Running alt through Lafar for bronze for Mogs. Still need to do tie event, but the rep grind's annoying. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm waiting here anyway. I never did Nellic. Nellic, I watched him die and then I didn't get another spawn of it, I think is what happened. Symbol. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. Sorry. I didn't notice your face was right there. Hi. You good? She's lounging. Oh, Undaska. Undaska.
will not be stopped. Not this time.
War mode on snail moat thing. Yeah, I think so.
I command you.
I think I did.
No, stop. Stop.
Whirlwind Abyss? Oh no, I read that one already. That's right. I did move my capture, didn't I? Why isn't that locked? That really should be locked. There, any good stats? Versa. Crit. And some stam. Not too mad at that. Simple Armory, that's what I was going to look at. I wanted to see where I was at for Dragonflight. Simple Armory, collectibles, mounts. 92% of available mounts, and this is what the Dragonflight looks like. So, of course, I don't have a Neurolos. That is a much later me problem. That's the legendary thing. I didn't do that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot about... I knew about Breezebiter. I forgot about Karokta. Karokta irks me because I farmed for it quite a bit. I just didn't get lucky. And then I don't know, 1 of 3 breaths for that. I never even started that. Valiance. Oh, no, I didn't do that, did I? Oh, no, that's Glory of the Hero. I did the other one. So I don't have Glory of the Vault Raider. I don't have Glory of the Dragonflight Hero. But I do have a good chunk of stuff here. Valiance was a fun farm. I guess I could try to do that before War Within. If I felt like I was done with Remix. But it's hard because that's not going anywhere, and Remix Mogs are. It'll be fun when we can eventually grind Shadowlands raid drop mounts. I'm missing a bunch of them. What about BFA? 2 BFA raid drop mounts missing. The All-Seer and then Gmod. I don't have Gmod. Or the Desire lore mount. But what if I have enough mounts? You know, what's one more? We're gonna have another expansion worth of mounts to farm. I don't even want to think about trading post mounts. Oh yeah, there's trading posts. So I can see all the trading post mounts that I did not get. I didn't get an Amber Skitterfly or the Battle Turtle. I skipped the blue Cold Flame Core and the Ancestral Cleft Hoof. I just saved my tender. I got a bunch of the other ones though. Check which ones are easier to do in a group. Yeah, if I'm not going to do it, it doesn't matter though. I loathe organizing groups for stuff. It's like really not my thing. Do you think they should retire some mounts and pets like they do with Hearthstone cards? No, I don't. I'm just sitting here, aren't I? We don't need any of that. Simple Armory is that site. Simple Armory. It's great for looking up what kind of things you might want to farm. Okay. I guess the question is, do I want to try and do a normal siege just to get that 1 weapon appearance? I do. I am that crazy. Plus, it's good bronze. Siege normal. They all say quick. Doesn't mean anything. These rares are up pretty often. Did you ever do Secrets of Azeroth for the alpaca? I did some of it. I don't think I got... It's Patty, right? No, I don't have Patty. 8.5% of people have it, and I don't. I have other alpacas. Let's see something funny. Trolls look incredible on this one. On gnomes, it looks like reasonable. No, I hate fun. Got to the last step and the quest wasn't there. Blizzard said they can't help. Oh no. It's pretty good. If he's wearing a robe, it clips right through the poor thing's head. I'm coming! My 4 feet. Clown and a tiny bike. Alright, what is my rarest mount? Sort by rarity. According to Rarity Raider, well, it probably just hasn't been updated. The Voyaging Wilderling is listed as the rarest one, but it probably just hasn't had the data updated since that came out. The Polly Roger, that can't be right, can it? Oh, it's because it's putting dragon riding ones first. The Polly Roger is my rarest dragon riding mount. The Infinite Armoredon is my rarest mount. That's the Season 4 Keystone Master mount. It just doesn't show that many people having it. After that, then you get into Corrupted Hippogriff, which I guess is one of the few... There's not that many of these TCG mounts that they haven't had a chance to give away yet, but these do. They haven't given these ones away yet. There is a Protoform mount fairly high up in the list somewhere. Also, not that less than 1% of people with the Golden Regal Scarab. Also, Tyvan. That's surprising to me. I think that we have a very skewed sample size of collectors here in that lots of you guys have Tyvan. And I have Tyvan, so I just kind of assumed that many people did. But I think that we are very much a microcosm of the WoW player base, and I think lots of people do not have this. Listen, this bug was 100% worth it. The Soul Eater from Veilstrider was pretty good too. My add-ons is Tyvan at 2.2. Here, let me run an update. We're just fighting a Mercius anyway. Update add-ons. I guess I am technically healing. Oh, I should be healing the slimes. Forgot that was something I could do. Gold farming for the Scarab now. Working on getting Tyvan right now as I'm watching you. I want Tyvan, but I just can't. Percentage does not get updated. Yeah. Forbidden Reach is my limiting factor for Tyvan.
Oh, you have done it. The waters are pure once more.
Mount Journal Enhanced is the one that's showing data. I just ran an update for it. Let me see. Because yeah, they did nerf a few Tyvan achievements. So I got a Mace of the Old Ones, which is an appearance that I needed, but I don't think that's the one that we were looking for on the list. I think I'm looking for Siege, Normal, Mist Spinner's Channel. It's the wand that I'm looking for. Yeah, it was definitely more than a week that Tyvan was shrunk. I'm glad they made him big again. So now after the update. Okay, so now it has Polly Roger at 10%, so it's still my rarest. And then this at 11%. That makes more sense. Still my rarest dragon riding mount. And then the Corrupted Hippogriff is my rarest regular. Is my rarest mount. Corrupted Hippogriff and the Ghastly Charger.
We must redeem the veil.
Where did Tyvan go? Oh yeah, Tyven's way down there at 2.3. So there's rarer, there's protoform mounts that are rarer than Tyven.
May your souls become
So the
one
dagger I got an item ID for.
with the land you gave your life.
I think the staff I don't need.
protect.
Remember that time you were using a wand? No, but what if? Could happen. Scarab is still pretty rare, still sub 1%. I think that's the border for it to be counted as like a legendary rarity pet or mount is less than 1% of people having it. So for me, it's just TCG mounts, and then the Scarab. Even the Swift Spectral is 1.12. Oh yeah, the Pale-Eyed Direhorn's quite rare as well. It's not that expensive in the scheme of gold sync mounts, but it's 500,000 gold, and it looks so boring for a mount that costs 500,000 gold. So I don't judge anybody for not getting it.
From these titans.
This is the rarest mount that I have that is just for like doing stuff in the game that's not TCG, not gold sync. This is the rarest actual mount that was for just regular collecting. Desire's Battle Gargan, which was Ember Court Countess rep, I think. Yeah, I don't have a Narulus. I'm sure it's crazy rare.
Further corruption? Oh no, we are here to stop
What else
the
is like
corruption and save
reasonable to
Pandaria.
collect, but just not very many people have it? Vicious mounts, recent vicious mounts. Because if you have a Dragonflight Vicious mount, that means you ground it out in a Dragonflight
Please,
season.
let us pass.
Less rare than you'd think.
Pass this
Really?
door at this time,
I guess I can just pull it super far.
fail. You, all of you,
Eh,
are corrupted
still.
with the
That's pretty rare,
insidious
1.47.
flame known as pride. You stand tall and
See, now I'm
proud
curious about
to
what
top
other ones
your
are like really
colors,
rare, but also just
and
regularly
this
obtainable.
be your
That's a gold
downfall.
sync.
Should you wish to defeat the
Inquisition
corruption,
Gargan. Oh
you
yeah,
will
it's
first
the
need to
Covenant mounts.
purify the
And then
corruption
there's the
within
Protoform Synthesis one that you needed the rare
yourself.
drop pattern for.
Speak to me again when you are very
Tahanta.
I will
Tahanta
create
could
a
bite
field
me.
to keep your corruption
That's
quarantined.
still a 2% mount. And then you get the
Prove
Soaring Spell Tome.
yourself
That's still
to
fairly
me,
rare, actually.
and I will let
Even
you
now.
pass.
What else is in there? Not that many people bought the frogs. That surprises me. I guess people got the green frog because it was the
Not gentle.
froggiest looking one.
Yourselves
One.
and be pure.
This mount doesn't go very fast. This is a bit of a rare one that doesn't go at full mount speed. It's quite slow. Is the Soaring Spell Tome a rare book? Most Protoform mounts waiting to do them when I can sell all the Shadowlands raids.
and proving yourselves worthy. But
I should be keeping an eye on my chat log to see if anybody's getting this wand that I'm looking for.
beyond will try your souls to their utmost. When you are fully
Not yet.
prepared, you may enter the chamber.
That's weird. I have a weapon arsenal in my bags. That's
The
already been
corruption
used.
amplifying.
Oh, I must have gotten an
Fragments must be
achievement
purged
done?
before it becomes
I must
too
have done the
great.
achievement that gives you arsenals, and it gave me the priest one. That's what happened.
It did not matter. It come. Terrans, who?
Favorite mounts is amongst the most common. The tree!
Fighters. They did come.
Oh, I thought that was... What is it called? Wandering Ancient. That's what it's called.
So, don't speak, friend. I will take you to the healers.
90%. It's got a little caterpillar back there.
You've let your pride cloud your vision.
Completed the Owl of Thunder scenario, I guess.
You're alive. I brought help.
I suppose I can just delete that. I don't need it for anything. I already know it.
So Hellscream's arrogance unleashed the last of the Shaw.
I think it's cool that I have a recolor of all the Trading Post class sets. When I was first watching those pop up in the Trading Post, I thought there's no way that I'm spending tender on those.
Look here.
I got like the priest weapons, I think, because I main priest. But for most of them, I thought there's no way. It's too expensive. Too many other things that I can use on more characters that I could use my
King Rin's fleet is
Use
converging
my
on
stuff on
Orgrimmar
poor
as we
10% that
speak.
doesn't have the tree.
Likewise, Sylvanas and I have both sent ships to support Vol'jin's revolution.
See, now I'm just having fun looking at
I'm warning
my mount
you,
collection.
Orthamar. The Alliance is besieging
Memories,
the
you know.
city, and we will destroy
Plus, it's surprising some of
Hellscream.
the things that are
You
more
people
uncommon.
best stay out of
Stuff that you wouldn't
harm's way.
necessarily expect.
It is
a
always a
shot, man.
pleasure to see you, Lady Proudmoore.
Come, heroes,
Kyrian phalanxes.
through the portal. The siege of Orgrimmar begins.
A lot of people didn't finish mount collecting in Shadowlands, I guess, or they just skipped Shadowlands. That was just a vendor, another gold sink. That was expensive. Tyvan. We love him. He's so big.
High King, I've brought reinforcements.
You heroes are a sight for sore eyes. Vol'jin's rebellion wasn't able to secure the bay. We're taking a pounding.
I can open a portal to the docks, large enough to get a strike team through.
Do it. Once the area is clear, we'll make landfall. Champions, I'm counting.
Oh no, we have to do Galacrest next. I don't wanna. It's actually really rich of me to be complaining about Galacrest when I literally never help. I'm queen of sitting in the middle waiting for the boss to come down and then being like, why is this taking so long? I mean, I could go up a tower to help clear stuff, but I don't think anybody wants me actually shooting the darn thing. Not the Galacrest map, just a taunt.
Reinforcements to the docks!
Also,
Look,
oh.
Tarragon!
Do I want to drive 10 minutes to get KFC? I think you do. If I create a guild and remix, will be transferred with me. Guilds are not specific to remix or not remix. You can make a guild and remix, and you can join it on retail characters or vice versa. I don't know, sometimes it's good to get out of the house and go pick up your own food.
You think you have won?
Don't get me wrong, I live on delivery, but if somebody feels like they want to get out and go, I think we should encourage that.
Blood will fill this bay.
Can't believe how common the Time Reaver is. Yeah, actually. I wonder if it's just because time walking's been around for so long, or if I have a feeling that the Time Reaver had a higher drop rate during some of the anniversary bosses, like the time walking raids they would do for the WoW anniversaries. Only because that's where I got mine.
Well done. Landing parties, form up. Footmen to the front.
The Dragonmar supporting the war chief.
Yes.
Where is the
My
Galacrest map?
scouts learned all about
Is there a
this.
Galacrest map? There is. Do
Lord
I have
save
it?
us.
No. I
Bring
don't.
our
It's this
prototype
Glory the
down.
Orgrimmar Raider, which I apparently
Rest
never
of the
did.
dragon.
What do you have to do for that?
We're going to need some serious firepower.
Apparently I have like
Commandeer
half of
those
it.
towers. Turn the
No more
anti-air
tears.
batteries
Defeat a
around
Mercius
and
after
blast
killing
her
10
from the
tiers of the
sky.
Veil.
4,
Some of
Sworn
you
he
should
had
stay
it. Apparently
behind.
not. I have like the
Landing
dropped
zone.
mounts
1.
from Siege.
Dragonmar clan, retake the docks and push them into the sea in the name of Hellscream and the True Horde.
Here they come.
The Thok one, Giant Snail versus Dinosaur. Do I have it? Glory. I do have Giant Dinosaur versus Snail done. I'm missing No More Tears, Unlimited Potential, Transform a a corrupted skull splitter into a corrupted amalgam. I wonder if some of these things are soloable, just in like retail. It'd be fun if there were some of these achievements that I could just solo. It's when I have to put together groups that I'm not having fun anymore. Go long. Transfer to at least 5 unique players. Okay, so there's no way you would need a party. Total of 200 yards or more during a single desperate measures phase. Yeah, and then crisscross. Without any raid member defeating both a Mantid and a Mogu. Yeah, never mind. Two-player achievements are kind of within reach because I can usually beg Flabby to help me, but 5 people, I don't know. 5 accounts, me and 4 of Flabby's accounts. Pretty easy. But then I'd have to talk to people. I don't like it. Especially when there's like a pass-fail thing. Like if I just fill a group and we just kind of go and do whatever and it's fine, then that's one thing, but I don't want to put anybody in a position where if they do something wrong, it's like on the internet, you know? It's bad enough you guys can see all of my mistakes. Got my glory achievements through the achievements Discord.
Turn the siege weapons to attack that tower and bury them alive.
Oh
She's
man.
turning her siege weapons on her own
The
towers.
fan's helping, but it's still kind of stuffy in here. I may just need to like eat something really spicy for lunch and clear up my sinuses.
Big ad.
I think it's fine that there's multiplayer achievements as part of the game. I think it's fundamentally a multiplayer game. I think I'm just happy to kind of pick and choose and write some things off as I don't know if I'm gonna ever get that. She's so comfy. This cat is lounging. Oh. Thinking of deleting every character, starting fresh with only one. Did that work for you, or are you back to alts and should I keep my current characters? I don't think that was ever really my goal when I deleted characters. When I was removing alts, it was basically just because I wanted a chance to make them again with different names and kind of like a little freshness there. I wasn't trying to focus myself down. I think that if it sounds fun, there's not a ton of harm in it because you can restore characters, maybe not all at once. Timocracy, thank you for the 29-month resub. Because yeah, I have just as many alts as I had before I deleted all those characters. They're just they've just got more individual names that are easier for me to remember now. You wanted a haircut, not a decapitation. Exactly. I don't think that's a sentence I've ever heard before.
That's both of them. Fire the cannons!
Phase 2.
There is a lot of appeal to like focusing on one character. It's been a while since I've had that main character feeling. But I think at the beginning of the War Within I'll get it again. It's usually an early expansion thing for me. It's later in the expansion that I start branching out onto alts, and then remakes obviously kind of forces you onto alts.
The bigger they are.
We'll hold the docks for the remaining landing parties.
I made it up,
Follow
but
the path
I
to
like
the
it.
gates of Orgrimmar and make contact with Vol'jin and his revolutionaries.
We'll see if he's managed to keep up his end of the bargain.
Restoration is going to be unavailable for a few weeks once pre-patch hits. I did hear that. Before War Within, I want to go through my main, and I want to clean out her bags, and I want to clean out her bank, and I want to make her some fresh transmogs to wear. It's like packing up a kid to send them off to camp. Pack a lunch.
Blessing of the Earth Mother be upon you.
I want to make like a nice little graphic that has my goals for the patch so I can track how I'm doing on them. Oh, I got a weapon appearance I needed. It's an offhand. Must be something that's available in the regular game because it definitely says like added to my collection with like the purple text and everything, but it was not on Trove Tally, so maybe it was available separately. Who's to say? It's a book. It's a blinky book.
What? Kor'kron! To the gates! Now!
Are they my sisters?
Have anything to say for yourself, Pandarin? Tyrande!
Don't think we're here to save you, troll. We're here for Kalimdor. Gate forces inside the gates.
Did you go to summer camp during your rural Canadian upbringing? Yeah, at least once or twice. It was... I think it was great fun. It was everything you want from camp. I vaguely remember drama. I remember tears. I remember hiking. I remember struggling with a boat.
Target change.
I remember sleeping in a cabin.
From line.
I like sleeping in a cabin. My favorite thing about like going on trips as a kid was having like just like the things you pack with you and like setting up your little zone. I like setting up little portable home bases whenever I go places. Even now, if I'm an adult and I go and I stay in a hotel room, I like kind of unpacking my things a little bit and being like, all right, I've got this thing here and this thing here and this is all ready to go here. This is gonna be my Hazel base. Mog progress is coming along. We're getting some things. I got a handful of stuff in Throne of Thunder earlier. I'm only looking for one appearance from this siege, so I'm trying to get a bit lucky. Have you ever done camping? As a kid, yeah, I would go tent camping with grandparents, and at least once with my own parents, or with my mom. Maybe once with a friend's family. It didn't happen all the time, but a few times. Somebody else was always doing the organizing, though. The act of figuring out what you need to bring and then making sure that it's packed and then corralling where everything is and where everybody goes. Like, I had friends who would host, their parents would host camping trips for like multiple kids, like their kid and then a bunch of their friends. And they would like keep track of all these people and what they needed to eat, and this one eats this thing and this one's allergic to this thing and your sunscreen's over here and the water's over here and you guys go get some firewood from over here, and it's like, how on earth do you coordinate all of that? That is mind-boggling to me. I'm a grunt. I need someone to give me a job. No, I was not organizing anything. Get a sleeping bag in my bed if I want the camping experience. Ooh, did you guys ever do backyard camping? If you had the chance to? I did that a few times growing up. You just pitch the tent in the yard and sleep outside in the summer for a night or two. That was fun. Our dog would try to like nose her way in through the zipper. You would get mosquito bitten within an inch of your life. Oh, I got the cricket cage. I think there's a blue one as well. Would you balcony camp? Probably not. I have a feeling it would be against some kind of a rule. Your neighbors would be calling property management. You put sleeping bags in the living room. Pitch a tent out there. Someone who's often the organizer. Greatly appreciate grunt friends who just want a task. Did backyard camping at 31. It sounds so fun. Something about waking up outside in a tent in the morning and like the lights coming through and you've got the birds and there's like some dew on the tent and you just have a minute to be awake and be like, alright, well, what am I going to do now? Do I want to just like lay in the sleeping bag and listen to the birds for a bit? I don't see why not. Nordic moved to a house with a yard, absolutely doing backyard camping. I think I would do it too if I had a yard one day. It does not seem like, even if I do buy a place, it does not seem like my next place will have a yard. Not unless I win some kind of a lottery or something insane happens. It's like I would need like an extra like $500,000 on top of the savings and credit that I have right now. Ventilation in a plastic bag, surprisingly not great. Oh, waking up late in a tent that's cooked up. Stayed up very late giggling. Birds found bunnies. Aww. I feel like if I ever managed to organize a camping trip as an adult, I would just do that one every year. I would figure out how to do one trip. I would be like, I know how to get to this place. I know how to reserve the place. I know exactly what I'm going to bring. I'm going to use the same packing list as last year. I would just figure it out once and just do it over and over and over again. Which is kind of boring, but less boring than not going anywhere. I got a dagger appearance. It's kind of nice. Vega, thank you for the 11-month resub. Not uncommon. Most of my camping was at festivals. Does that count? Who's to say? What's the best show that you ever saw at a festival? I don't want to find out that I can be easily replaced by AI. I imagine I could be. I don't think that I'm doing anything that could not be replicated by a Hazel algorithm, but I don't want to find out.
Our lives are
Who says you're not AI already?
Vol'jin's rebels are taking a beating.
We just do daily like finger hand checks.
For this compound. They're not giving up.
At least until the AI catch up and they get better at thingies.
Scout on ahead.
Deploy the gear.
First thing that came to mind was Florence and the Machine. I've heard that's an amazing show. I've heard that she's so good live. Shadow Snake, thank you for the 8-month resub. Appreciate it. Clearly a replicant.
Just about secured the surface. It looks like the real
What if the cat figured out how to replace me like 5 years ago?
Don't worry.
And she's got the digital version of me earning the subs and the bits to pay for the kitty treats and the beds. Actually, I don't think that theory would pan out because Kitty doesn't really like need anything or crave anything expensive as far as we know. Moose is the one that would want the budget because he would be like unlimited treats.
Hey, we recording? Yeah? Okay. Goblin Titan control module starting up. Please stand back. Check it
Toys
out
for
the
Moose
data.
to destroy?
Hold on a second, will you? No. Now you
5,
did. That was
4,
really not the correct
2,
input code.
1.
Activating GB11010 Armageddon class
meeting
defense
people.
systems. Hey,
Hello.
does anybody know if
Can
we're
I
sold
smell you?
for this?
Hope so.
What if your clone, the original Hazel, has already been removed from society? As long as they removed her somewhere nice. You know, set her up on a beach somewhere.
Help
Ever
so.
since I learned that there's apparently a cocktail called a Bahama Mama, I joke that I would like to one day go on vacation
Help so.
and spend some time on a beach in the Bahamas so that I can be the Bahama Mama. It's funny because it doesn't sound very reasonable. I don't think I have that kind of energy, but it sounds nice. You know, bring a book,
Help soak. Interrupt.
bring a fishing rod. Get yourself a mocktail.
Dispel boss. Whirlwind.
I had a coworker from the Bahamas wore flip-flops to work every day and claimed they were cultural.
Initiating Module 1's all prepared for system reset.
Oh, yeah. I've never actually had the cocktail. I do love me a coconut water. Anything coconut, mango, pineapple. All delicious. All lovely.
Help soak. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Help soak.
Could drink pina coladas all day.
Whirlwind.
Coconut pineapple drink? Wish it never ended.
4, 3, 2,
Sometimes poke places will sell you coconut, like canned coconut water. I like those a lot. I don't get them all the time, but they're tasty. Simple Soul, love my beer. I must have asked this before, but what's your preferred beer? I know that beer is quite the spectrum. What's the beer of choice for day?
At 50%. Hey, system reset requires 2 modules to complete. System resetting. Don't turn the power off, or the whole thing will probably explode.
There's a drink of beer and Coke. Huh. Rum and Coke is a thing here. So lazy I just lie next to a bomb and let my tinkers kill him.
Welcome back, Siege Craft Up Black Fuse. Have a great day, and don't let the door.
I noticed that I do stun mobs when I land on top of them. No luck with this wand yet. The Siege of Orgrimmar I did the other day. Somebody got it, but they must have needed it. Would be a good hazy IPA, but I think my all-time favorite is Guinness. They're solid stouts. All right, we've officially made me hungry. Local beer. Favorite local beer is named after someone's doggy. Ellie's Brown Ale. Aw. All that talk of beer making me hungry, right?
Shock it until it can't move anymore. It's causing a riot in here.
Liquid bread, after all. When you put it that way, it sounds like I should love beer, because bread's very important to me. I don't have much of a culture, but I would say that my culture is based on bread. Bread is the spiritual foundation of my life. I am a bread-based being.
Beware.
Apparently the scepter I needed. I'm getting lots of weapons. They're just not the one that was on the list. We have a saying in German. 3 beer. Sind 8 Schnitzel. I'm so sorry. Bread is the staff of life. I'm a horrible person. I promised my partner that I would make him homemade pretzels. Literally years ago. And I haven't done it yet. And every now and then, It's like, you know what? One day, I promised I would. One day I'm gonna do it. Hasn't come up yet. 3 beers are a schnitzel. Alright, help me out. What's a schnitzel? Fried cutlet. Okay, what's a cutlet? I'm assuming it's not like a cuttlefish.
Alright, Shanna.
Which is the closest word that I can think of. Meat. Is it like indeterminate meat? Or is it typically a specific kind of meat? Pork, chicken, veal. That's a lot of different options.
Looks like I'm in the market for new assistants.
So could you have a cutlet of cuttlefish? Don't feel bad. I'm looking up what schnitzel is myself right now.
Let's settle this.
I used to buy cuttlefish bone. Not for me. I would put it in my aquarium for my snails? For my snails.
My legacy.
I don't think they ate it, but I think it like added calcium to the water or something. I know you can also buy it as a bird supply. But you can have a cutlet of cuttlefish. I bet you if you tried to beat a piece of cuttlefish flat, you would just explode it. Yeah. Those snails were fun. That was a cute little aquarium. I didn't mind that. Although, I remember when they laid eggs in the roof of it, and it freaked me out. I think I screamed. Like, I took off the lid, and there were egg clusters all over the rim of the lid. And I wasn't expecting them, and it was, like, horrifying. Because mystery snail eggs are pretty spooky looking. And I didn't realize that I had a breeding pair. I thought that I had two bros. Scared the shits a lot of me. I used to make them little gummy bears. You remember that? I would make them little algae gummy bears. I had a special recipe.
We mansions serve a power far greater than they or their gods. It matters not.
Mystery snails are her? Oh, are they really? I must have been mixing them up with something else then. I know Nerite snails aren't. But it doesn't really matter because they won't, the eggs won't hatch unless they're in brackish water anyway. If you have mystery snails, you will have an egg incident. I had zebra snails. I had some Malaysian trumpet snails as well at one point, and I thought they would get out of control, and they did not. They did a good job. No, I never had a treasure chest aerator. The only thing that I ever really had that was generating bubbles was just like a sponge filter. I never had like a novelty aerator. Did they keep quiet or did they start a ska band? My Malaysian trumpet snails. We're quite quiet. They tunnel through the substrate, which helps break it up from getting compacted or release any minor gas bubbles as they generate.
Time for a little target practice.
There was a moment on the internet where dwarf pufferfish were all the rage in aquarium circles, and some of them will eat like frozen food, and some of them are picky and they'll only eat live snails. So you would also keep like a culture of like live breeding snails, so that you would have meals for your little pufferfish. Where did the trumpets come in? I'm not sure why they're called trumpet snails. What about in the aquarium rectangulars?
Have you come to try my new concoctions, boy? Oh.
The ska concerts were so much fun. I miss having betta fish. I didn't have a ton of luck with it. I don't think I'll ever try to keep them in a 5-gallon again. It just seemed easier in a 10. Oh, all the rage in aquarium circles. I see. But if the remaining cherry barbs ever reached the end of their life stories, I might put like maybe a female betta in that tank. aquariums used to be really important to me. I remember when I had like 3 of them, and I couldn't imagine moving into a place that I wouldn't be able to get like a large one in, because I was convinced that it was just going to be such a big deal. Oh, you good? Hairball? Hairball.
Do you remember
Betta fish don't get very large, no. I guess it depends, but you're not going to see.
the humans
Oh.
who allowed warlocks to practice their dark
Hang on.
magic
Don't want.
right under our feet? You are weak. We are the Orcish Horde, the true Horde. We die, bloody and thrashing on the field of battle, like true orcs should. You are an orc no longer, and speak for none but yourself. You betrayed our people to forge your fragile alliances, and I...
Then you have forced my hand. I will correct the mistake I made long ago. Spirits of the wind, the earth, the water, hear my call! Come to my...
Fool! My dark shaman have twisted and tortured the elements for miles around. They cannot hear you now. Once again, you prove too weak and powerless to do anything.
Never powerless, Garrosh. And never alone.
So, you wish to face off against a real orc war chief. So be it.
Okay. I heard the end of the Garrosh speech. Huh. Kitty's okay. Kitty's down a little bit of breakfast that I'm sure she will immediately demand that I refill her bowl with. Have some water, honey. She's looking around like, I don't like it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm just gonna click this off and release. I think they might try and summon. Oh dear. Had a benefic that lived for 4 years. That's the longest I ever had. One dubbed him my never die fish until my cat got into his tag somehow. Oh no. Sid Fishes. Yeah, it's a cute name. Alright. We didn't miss Garrosh. We got one more chance at this one today. Luckily, I had a towel on my desk, so I was able to prevent a mess on my lap and or rug for this time.
What it means to be called Hellstream.
Chuck it in the laundry and get a different one out here. I used to always keep just like almost like a dish towel on my desk at all times because I drink a lot of tea at my desk. And I often lose track of where my hands are and sometimes would backhand my tea across my desk and make a huge mess. So it paid after a while just to have a towel already standing by in advance of me spilling something. I'm impressed this keyboard's lasted as long as it has. It's been a couple of years. I feel like more than 5.
The heart will be your end.
Why am I pulling things like I can tank them? I can't!
Phase 3.
The true Horde will come to pass. I have seen it. It has shown me. I have seen mountains of skulls and rivers of blood. And I will have my world. No.
I got another mace of the old ones. I don't think anybody got the one I'm looking for. Look at me! I have the deck now. Thank you very much, everybody. Hi. How you doing? That was pretty fast, wasn't it? Plus plenty of bronze. Upgrade the gear a little bit more. See what else we can get in the last 20 minutes of stream or so. Although if you throw up again, I'm kind of out of towels here. You want to sit in the chair? I need to do a really good deep clean of my place sometime. I feel like every now and then I actually like look at my place with my eyes open and I like look into all the corners and all the bits that I don't normally see. And I go, oh wow, I really need to like get in there and scrub all this. And then I'll do it and then I like won't think about it and I'll just kind of glaze over and not pay attention and not look for X amount of time. And then I wake up again and I'm like, wait, it's kind of dingy in here. I need to do something about this. I do clean regularly, but I don't deep clean as often as I should. I feel like paying attention me standards and normal me standards are wildly different things. Cleaning spreadsheet IMO? It just sounds like something I wouldn't pay attention to. I'm very good at making, especially if they're digital, making like lists and plans and charts and then never looking at them again. Like the most I'll ever look at it is the day that I make it.
Greetings, traveler.
I'll trust you for now.
I'm almost coming along. $386. $387. Not too bad.
Trust you.
Oh yeah, and then I got some mail. There must have been something I failed to loot. Where are we missing the most LFR transmog from? Is it still Throne of Thunder? It is. The queues are pretty fast, which is nice. Oh. That's funny, because I hadn't done the raid achievement yet. I just earned the neck piece, but I can't pick it up. Oh, and I can't delete it either! No, cursed. I don't need anything from normal or heroic tier 14 raids. That's kind of interesting. 1 thing from heroic siege and 2 things from heroic throne. Delete the neck you're wearing and then take it from the mailbox. I don't wanna. This one's got my jimmies in it. I don't want to take them out. I guess it wouldn't be. I guess I don't even have to upgrade it, do I? I can literally just. There's little Hearthstone boards over here. That's cute. I don't know if I knew that. So if I oh no, I can't scrap it, can I? I was gonna say if I scrap it, it'll just spit all the gems out. Yeah, there we go. Let's put a couple more speed gems in. At least until his cloak gets its speed caught up. He needs all the help keeping up he can get. What'll happen with the jewelry? Be cool if they made them heirlooms or something. Heck yeah, speed gems. Squidgy, or not Squidgy, Shellfish. I keep mixing them up. Needs every last bit of help that he can get. While I'm waiting for queues, I kind of like just flying around doing rares. Hoping for loot. It's probably not nearly as fast as actually farming mobs, but it's more exciting. I bet you our remix characters just get put into like a flat template set of gear. I think it's going to be really boring. Anything over here? Not that I'd remember how to get into the caves anyway. Okay, we know this one. We've done this before. It's not where it seems. It's not where it seems. Great animal. Not that one. So hard to get used to normal speed. I think it's better I never stacked it. Yeah. Squidgy absolutely books it everywhere. It's excellent. This one, okay. Although, uh-oh. Oh, he does some damage now. He can actually get by. He's 387 and we're starting to feel not completely useless. Ooh, got an Ordo Basher I needed. Draw sprint animation is really good. I like just running. He's growing up. Thanks for the video. Thank you for the video about speed leveling. Over the last 3 days, I've leveled 11 characters. Congratulations. Can create 2 more, and then I might have to go contemplate my life decisions. Nice. Oh, I can hear Moosey. He's dreaming. He's having a big dream. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, I also would love if the bronze discount was account-wide. It would be super fun. Although the buff is nice. It's a lot. This is going a lot faster than the first time did. Yeah. Yeah, bronze being account-wide would, well, on one hand, it would be nice to, like, share the bronze that I already earned on my hunter with this character that needs it, but on the other hand, I don't know, it would make it more complicated determining who the best character is to run for certain things. Discovered I kind of like audiobooks. Kind of just happened. It's a problem. That sounds like a wonderful way to enjoy your leisure time. I don't think there's a single thing wrong with that. Reading, but with your ears. Reading is pretty cool. Magical portal to a land where someone else has all the problems. Long drives across the prairies. Oh, I can see how that would be like mandatory.
Your flesh, yes, so perfect. Give it to us. Your turn at that. Again, to the cold darkness.
We're still going? Oh, there's another boss.
Stop them! The animus must not be disturbed.
I feel like I got luckier with the... Maybe I just didn't need as many of them. With the weapon appearances from doing Alefar and my hunter.
Forces you do not understand. You have doomed yourselves.
Hazel, would you sue OpenAI if they used your voice as a training model for their assistant?
Unleashed.
Like a la Scarlett Johansson? Probably not. but only because I am tiny fish in that scenario. I can't really afford to retain lawyers. Plus, it would be a very hard thing to prove. Taking off. Have a great Saturday. Stay cool. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the hunter pool is absolutely smaller. Especially like when you're doing it in survival spec, you're only getting stabs and polearms. I don't think you can sue somebody for bad business decisions. Maybe if you're the investor.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Darn it. Not lucky. I wish he got more bronze from LFR. Did want to watch the movie the whole terrible idea was based on? Her? I think it's a good movie. I liked it. I watched it a long time ago, but I enjoyed it. I feel like it's a take a nap kind of Saturday. Remix characters cannot leave Pandaria. You could do other raids, but you'd have to not be in Remix. You'd have to play a different character. Besides, I want to get the things that are time limited here. Or at least as many of them as I can. Yeah, they'll release remix characters at the end of when the event's over. Once the timer ends, the characters will get released to be regular WoW characters.
He fought with honor. His first and last.
I could have made a joke and named this raid Green Temple.
Stare into the face of true power.
Yeah, not to be confused with Temple of the Jade Serpent.
Quetzal, unleash the storm. More training.
I think this would get really fun if you had full gear. I almost wonder if it would be worth, even if you don't really need like loot from them, just like doing full clears of like the heroic raids. For bronze. Like a heroic world tour or something. I don't know, I don't think we have a confirmation for what item level it'll be. There was a rumor that said 424, but I could never pin that down to a statement. I don't know if that was confirmed or not.
Let us burn them to ash.
If I must.
Where?
I can see the light.
I wonder if they're considering allowing people to T-Mog for free? Maybe, but I don't think so. I think the reason they made T-Mog free in Remix is because Remix fundamentally lacks spammable gold making. You can make a little bit of gold, but with regular transmog costs, you would burn through it so quickly, and it would have been like this weird landscape where you have to be very careful about what you mog and when. I think that they only have so many gold sinks in the main game, and getting rid of them would just add to inflation. Is there such a thing as too much cinnamon when making French toast? Probably, but I don't know what the amount is. If it starts going up your nose and you're eating it, you've gone too far.
I am Lady Satan, slayer of kings and gods.
I think that's how the cinnamon challenge started.
Stick, you would challenge me in my own sanctum? Witness your folly!
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's Jerry the Snailbot. 2 toys left. Nice. Congratulations. Shouldn't have purchased all the world monks. I need the dopamine hit when I find one while grinding the weapons that I still need. I thought it was interesting. I saw somebody asking around looking for armor from a raid.
2.
And I thought that was fascinating because that's something that you could buy on the vendor. But maybe they were trying to save the bronze, or maybe they were like close enough to the set that they just wanted to get it the old-fashioned way. Who's to say? They still do stupid challenges? I'm sure they must. As long as there are teenagers, and there will be silly things that they do.
I wield the power of the heavens!
Yeah, that's true. They could be trying to prioritize the stat. But the stats get randomly rolled, I'm pretty sure, on this gear. I think you can have multiple pieces of gear with the same name that have different stats.
4, 3, 2, 1.
They want us to do a shot of Everclear. Yeah, what do you need brain cells for, am I right? Good grief.
No, you are unworthy! I am not... I sought only to
Any luck? Any loot? No? Nope, not that time. There must have been popular challenges to do when I was young, but I feel like they were just like making noises in loud places. Which is, you know, annoying and disruptive, but at least you're not consuming anything. Not so much flash mobs, no. I'm not real clear on what a flash mob is. Oh, I never did a rogue.
Tell me of your travels.
Alright, off we go. One last dungeon for the day. Did you ever do a ding dong dish? No! I didn't even like ringing doorbells to trick or treat. I didn't go door to door for anything. Nobody was lighting anything on fire. Telephone pranks were always good. Calling a tobacco shop and asking if they have Prince Albert in a can. We would like prank call each other. Or like maybe someone's parents, I don't know. But I don't remember anybody saying anything other than, is your refrigerator running? It's the only one I remember.
5, 4, 3.
Door-to-door Girl Scout cookie selling? No, not at all. You could walk quite far in my neighborhood, and you would get, if you walked for an hour, you would hit maybe 5 doors. You would need like a lift to somewhere else if you wanted to do that kind of thing. And I was a shy kid. I did not sprout social anxiety as an adult. It's been there for a minute. I was not liable to just go ask strangers to purchase things from me. Not in their homes anyway. Why didn't you drive? Because circumstances. Nobody was available to teach me. You know, life happens. People get divorced. People move. You shuffle around a little bit. All of a sudden, you're 17, you're moving out, you don't know how to drive. Happens real fast. Hazel, hope all is well. Hello! Don't get to go door to door anymore, they just post up at the supermarket. I mean, that's clever. That is an environment in which people are thinking about acquiring cookies, is at the supermarket. I'll always remember the Friends episode where Ross figured out that the key to selling the cookies was the munchies, so he started hitting up the NYU dorms at midnight. Cookie dude!
Your clan is the most desperate. It must have been you. Clan Gerton is right. Only the ownerless Clan Hardak.
Team Thin Mints. You guys have a favorite Girl Scout Girl Guide cookie?
Must be traitors.
$5 for a pack of cookies when I can get 1 for 2 inside there.
Exchange, but we are not
I've seen them outside dispensaries.
clans are clearly in league with one another. Stop that.
She copied my outfit with a brand new sub. Thank you. Best sale I ever had as a Boy Scout was popcorn was setting up in a convenience store. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember the details of the specific ones, but I do like mint chocolate cookies. They had us selling chocolate-covered almonds for some kind of a fundraiser once. And I think my parents had to buy some of the boxes because I ate some. I vaguely recall that happening. Boy Scout popcorn helped me get an internship. Oh. Go to a playground, give the kids cookies, and fleece the parents for it. Yeah, some things you can only get away with when you're small and cute. Or huge and rough. Yeah. Do you prefer slow or fast elevators? I don't know that I've ever thought of the difference. You mean like in-game or in real life? I don't know that I ever noticed an elevator being particularly fast outside of like the Tower of Terror. I'm like mildly uncomfortable in elevators if there's other people around because I think there's elevator etiquette that I don't understand because I don't fully understand what makes them decide whether they're going up or down. So I think I may have unintentionally pranked some people in elevators by doing something wrong or in the wrong order. Okay. We did it. Alright, I think we are just about wrapped up for the day. I will be back tomorrow. Thoughts so far and we're within. Beyond ecstatic, cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it. I will be back tomorrow with a Sunday morning WoW stream. I appreciate the company. Keep an eye out on my YouTube channel if you're looking for the news video. It should be out later today, hopefully before nighttime, but we'll see. We'll do our best. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.